In this video, I'll share with you what is the most seductive characteristic for women in a man. First, let's clarify a word I used here, aphrodisiac. Do you know what aphrodisiac means? An aphrodisiac is anything that stimulates sexual desire, increasing interest. Often, we think this word refers only to substances, aromas, or foods, but certain individuals can have such an irresistible combination that they themselves become aphrodisiacs. If you want to become that seductive man, the one who arouses desire, it's essential to develop this characteristic that I'll reveal in this video. And perhaps you're thinking now, but I know what to do to be aphrodisiac. I know how to be a man who attracts women. It's just about having a defined body, making a lot of money, being a millionaire. There, I'm already that man who arouses women's desire, right? Yes, that's attractive, for sure. A woman with an hourglass figure, for example, would also arouse your desire. But there's a fundamental point that many men massively ignore: the feminine is attracted to a predominant characteristic in the masculine. You can have all the money in the world, but without this intrinsic characteristic, hardly a woman will genuinely feel attracted to you. I tell you this with all sincerity, doing reverse engineering here to show you what really attracts women. You can have all the appearance, all the shape, but without this genuine characteristic, you won't arouse a woman's constant desire for you. I also affirm that in many moments you may be without the best physical shape or in your best condition, but having this characteristic, you will always have women around you admiring you, desiring you. And this is a characteristic available for all men to develop. It just needs training, like bodybuilding, like going to the gym. To develop this characteristic, you need training. It's simple, but it's not easy. Why isn't it easy? Because it requires consistency and effort. The reality is that most people are not willing to go to the gym 4 times a week, to train consistently. In life, to open a book and read so many pages. Because most people are not willing. But for those who are willing, it's possible. And that characteristic is self-confidence. Self-confidence is directly linked to self-esteem because once you have self-confidence, it means you trust yourself, you trust your ability to do various things. Self-esteem is when you esteem yourself, like yourself, appreciate yourself. And the fact is that when you like yourself, appreciate yourself, you also trust yourself more. Basically, when you trust your intrinsic characteristics, your personality, recognize your value, like yourself, feel good about yourself, and when interacting with women on equal terms, you emit a different aura around you. You create a natural atmosphere of seduction that women feel attracted to, even without exactly understanding the reason. But scientifically proven, after several tests, Australian and American psychologists have confirmed that self-confidence is a very strong biological factor of seduction, and that high self-esteem is fundamental for success in relationships. So, how do you develop this self-confidence? If you feel insecure, shy, frustrated, rejected, it's important to practice several techniques daily to develop it. This is a short video, so I can't cover all the practices that lead to self-confidence. However, I bring something different, 3 special missions for you to take into your life. The first lesson is that confident men don't need to be perfect. Observing the stories of my students as a mentor, I notice a search for perfection and a very large self-criticism. It's important to start looking at your imperfections fondly, and not with this huge self-criticism. Recognize that you can improve aspects you don't like, but remember that everyone has imperfections. Confident men understand that they don't need to be perfect. They are okay with their own imperfections, with their mistakes, like saying something silly because everyone makes similar mistakes. Confident men know their own value, even in imperfections. The second important lesson is that, in seduction and conquest, what really matters is not what she thinks about you, but what you think she thinks about you. In fact, little matters what a woman thinks about you. She is not the seal of in metro to define a man's value. What really matters is what you think about yourself. When you see yourself, when you self-analyze, you should think, I like what I do, I like what I am. Confident men value their own essence and authenticity. So, value your essence. Recognize all your characteristics, what you have strong in your personality. Identify your skills, what you are good at, what you like. For example, if you are good at solving practical problems, at speaking in public, if you are intelligent and have quick thinking, if you are a good partner, a loyal friend. Recognize all these qualities and be firm in them. So, having clarity about your essence and your strengths, recognize all your value and authenticity. Confident men really value these intrinsic points, and that's how they see themselves. A frequent question I receive on my social networks is, I don't have a car, but I scheduled a date. Should I tell her? Of course, yes. You should not lie about aspects of your life. A confident man, the man you were born to be, the one who is in your essence, never lies about who he is. So, there's no need to borrow your parents' car and not mention it. Be authentic and confident. For example, when someone has a car and lies about it, the woman can perceive it. One thing is for you to come and say, look, I don't have a car, but I'm looking to see if I can buy one in the next few months, because of the crisis and other financial issues. Another thing is for you to simply deny that you don't have a car, trying to impress. A confident man is not afraid to lose a woman because of that. He values his own essence and authenticity. So, summarizing the 3 lessons, you don't need to be perfect, learn to love yourself in your imperfections. What matters is not what she thinks of you, but what you think of yourself. Confident men value their own essence and authenticity. I hope this video has been valuable to you. If so, leave your like below. A hug and bye.